Have you ever looked at someone wildly successful and wondered, what do they have that I don't? Maybe you've asked yourself, why do some people rise while others stay stuck year after year? Here's the truth most people never realize: everything, and I mean everything, starts with a single idea. The phone in your hand, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, even the job you do, all of it once existed only in someone's mind, one small thought, one spark. And the world around us began to change. But here's where it gets powerful. The people who changed their lives, who built empires, started movements, or inspired millions, they weren't always the smartest. They weren't always the richest. They were the ones who dared to imagine differently, to see what others couldn't, to believe before anyone else did. They used one skill most ignore: creative vision. And if you stay with this message till the end, you'll not only understand how that vision works, but you'll learn how to start using it today. This one idea might just shift how you plan your future, how you communicate your worth, and how you lead your own life with purpose. Because you deserve more than just surviving. You were built to create, to lead, to influence. But first, you need to start where all greatness begins, inside your own mind. Let's get something clear. The world doesn't reward effort. It rewards results. But results are born from clarity. And clarity begins with a picture, a vision, so sharp in your mind that it pulls you toward it. That's the power of a true idea, not a random thought, not a wish, but a clear, living, breathing vision that takes over your mind and refuses to let you settle. This is not about dreaming aimlessly. It's about dreaming strategically. It's about using your imagination, not to escape reality, but to reshape it. Because your current life is just a reflection of your past thinking. If you want something different, you must think differently, today. That's how all success starts. Human psychology tells us something fascinating. We move in the direction of our dominant thoughts. What we focus on expands. What we visualize materializes. So if your mind is filled with limitation, with doubt, with fear, your life will reflect that. But the moment you replace that noise with vision, with belief, with creativity, everything starts to shift. You begin to walk taller. You speak with purpose. You take action without waiting for permission. And people feel it. Because confidence isn't loud, it's clear. And clarity only comes from vision. But here's the problem. Most people never give themselves permission to dream. They wait for life to give them something before they believe they deserve more. They want guarantees before they even try. They want applause before they take the stage. But greatness doesn't work that way. It starts in silence. It grows in the dark. And it lives in those who see the invisible before it becomes real. So let me ask you, what do you see when you close your eyes? Is it just survival, just getting by, or can you feel the life you truly want pulling at your soul? Can you picture the version of you that speaks with power, walks with purpose, and creates without asking anyone's approval? Because if you can see it, you can build it. That's the rule. That's the path. Every leader, every innovator, every success story started not with money, not with status, not even with support, but with one powerful tool: vision. And in the next part of this message, you'll learn how to use that vision. You'll understand why ideas matter more than resources. You'll discover how to speak like the most successful people alive, using the psychology of impact, not noise. But it all starts now, and it starts in you. So keep listening. Because by the end of this video, if you commit to what you hear, you won't just feel inspired. You'll be changed. Your ideas will grow. Your mind will open. And you'll remember something the world tried to make you forget. That your voice, your vision, your mind can build a future no one else has seen yet. And it's waiting on you. The greatest power a human being holds is not physical strength. It's not wealth. It's vision. Vision is what separates leaders from followers. It's the silent force that pulls a person out of their limits and into their destiny. When someone carries vision, they no longer live by what is, they live by what can be. Vision allows you to look at a broken life and still see victory. It lets you stand in failure and still feel the future pulling you forward. It refuses to bow to circumstances because it knows that everything temporary can be transformed. But here's what makes vision so rare. Most people never train their minds to see beyond the obvious. They only believe what they can touch. They only chase what's already proven. That's why their lives feel like copies of each other. They wake up tired. They move without direction. They build nothing of their own, because without vision you drift, but with it you lead. Real vision doesn't need outside approval. It doesn't care if the world understands yet, because it sees what's coming long before anyone else does. The mind, when filled with vision, becomes a magnet for action. You begin to speak differently. You think long term. You stop chasing distraction and start building something that matters. And that's where confidence is born, not from pretending, but from knowing. Knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, and knowing what you're creating, even when no one else sees it yet. This is your power. This is your advantage, not in what you have, but in what you can see. Hold that vision. Let it live inside you. And no matter what comes against you, never let it go. Because everything you want in life will grow from that seed. Look around you. Everything you see began as an idea. The chair you're sitting on, the screen in front of you, the light above your head. None of it existed until someone thought it into existence. That's not philosophy, that's fact. Human beings are not just survivors. We are creators. And creation begins in the mind. One idea can break generations of failure. One idea can start a business, a movement, a legacy. And one idea, if nurtured, can outlive the person who imagined it. But here's the trap. Most people ignore their own ideas. They tell themselves, I'm not ready, it's not good enough. Someone else has already done it. That thinking kills more dreams than failure ever will. Because ideas are fragile in the beginning. They need space, they need belief, and above all, they need action. The brain works like a garden. If you plant doubt, you'll grow excuses. If you plant fear, you'll grow hesitation. But if you plant vision, if you water your ideas with faith and effort, your life begins to shift. This is not about motivation for a few minutes. This is about awakening your identity. You were never meant to just follow a script written by others. You were meant to write your own. That starts with honoring your thoughts, respecting your imagination, and protecting your mind from the noise of people who can't see what you see. Ideas are the starting point of all fortunes, but they only grow when you take them seriously. So pause, look within. What idea is sitting quietly in your mind, waiting for you to believe in it? It's not too small, it's not too late. It's just waiting for you to begin. If vision is the path to success, then why do so many people stay in the same place their whole lives? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they don't have ideas. It's because they let fear do the thinking. They feel a spark inside, but silence it. They imagine more, but convince themselves they're dreaming too big. They wait and wait until the moment is gone. Psychology calls it learned helplessness. After enough failure, rejection, or judgment, people start to believe they're stuck. They build walls in their minds, walls that don't even exist in the real world. And that's the tragedy. Not that people fail, but that they stop trying because they expect to fail. Comfort becomes the goal, not growth, not greatness. Just safety, but comfort is a slow poison. It numbs your hunger, it kills your vision. It makes you believe that this, right now, is all there will ever be. And when you live like that, even powerful ideas die inside you. Not because they weren't good enough, but because you never gave them a chance. So let's get honest. The reason most people stay stuck is because deep down they're afraid of becoming more. Because becoming more means leaving something behind, old habits, old opinions, sometimes even old relationships. Growth has a cost, but so does staying the same. The question is, which price are you willing to pay? Because no dream is free, but regret is always the most expensive. You were not born to stay stuck. You were built to move forward. You were made to think higher, see clearer, and rise above the average mindset. So stop waiting for permission. You are the author. This is your story. Turn the page. There's something inside you that no one can take. Your ability to imagine a better future. That's not just daydreaming, that's a superpower. Creative vision isn't about painting pictures or writing poetry. It's about seeing what doesn't exist yet and believing in it anyway. It's about using your mind to build a world others can't see yet. Every major breakthrough in history started with someone who had the courage to believe their thoughts mattered. Someone who didn't wait for the world to give them the green light. They created it in their mind first, and then in reality. But here's what most people don't realize. Creative vision isn't just for the gifted. It's not reserved for geniuses or millionaires. It's for anyone willing to train their mind to see more than the obvious. Most people only react. They live based on what they see, what they're told, what already exists. But visionaries, they respond with intention. They think beyond now. They plan, they shape, they imagine, and then they act. This is why your vision matters. Because when you allow your creativity to lead, you break free from the systems that keep people small. You stop asking, what can I do? And start asking, what can I build? The brain thrives on patterns. If you feed it fear, it finds reasons to stop. But if you feed it vision, it finds solutions. Your creative thoughts are not random. They are the blueprint of something meaningful, something powerful, something only you can bring into the world. So treat them with respect. Write them down. Speak them out loud. Protect them from people who don't understand. Because your vision might be the answer someone else is waiting for. But first, you have to believe in it enough to begin. Success doesn't start with strategy. It starts with clarity. Before you move, before you act, you need to know where you're going and why. Planning isn't just writing goals on paper. It's building a vision so strong in your mind that every step forward feels natural. It's organizing your thoughts with purpose and removing everything that doesn't move you closer. Most people rush into action without direction. They confuse movement with progress. But running fast means nothing if you're going in the wrong direction. Real success begins in silence. When you sit with your thoughts and decide who you want to become. When you plan from vision, not fear, you stop chasing, you start attracting, you stop reacting, you begin creating. Your brain is a tool. And what you feed it, it multiplies. If your mind is filled with doubt, your plans will shrink. But if your mind is fueled by clarity and belief, your plans expand. This is why successful people talk differently. They don't just say what they want. They say where they're going. They describe their future as if it's already real, because to them, it is. They've already seen it in their mind, and now they're simply building it step by step. That's the secret. Plan with vision, not with fear. Think beyond the now. Build like the future depends on it, because it does. A powerful mind doesn't wait for things to change. It creates the change. One clear thought, one strong plan, one committed decision at a time. So pause today. Ask yourself, what does success actually look like for you? Can you see it? Can you feel it? If the picture in your mind is clear enough, you'll never stop until you reach it. There's a reason why some people speak and everyone listens. It's not because they're louder. It's because they speak from vision, not noise. Words carry energy. And when your words are born from clarity, they cut through the world's confusion. They don't just fill space, they move people. If you want to lead, if you want to inspire, you must first be deeply connected to the vision inside you, because people don't follow noise. They follow direction. They follow confidence. They follow someone who knows where they're going. When you carry vision, your voice carries weight. You stop using fillers. You stop chasing approval. You begin to speak with intention, and that makes people pay attention. It's not about being perfect. It's about being clear. And clarity starts with purpose. Most people talk just to be heard. Leaders talk to build, to shape, to bring ideas into reality. When you know your vision, every conversation becomes meaningful. Every word becomes a brick in the structure you're building. You're no longer just reacting to life, you're directing it. That's the power of aligned communication. Your words match your future. Your tone matches your belief. And your message pulls others into something greater than themselves. This is why communication isn't a skill you learn first. It's a result of what you believe. If you believe you're here to make impact, if you believe your ideas matter, if you believe your vision is worth building, then your voice will reflect that. And when it does, people listen, Not because you demand attention, but because your words are backed by something real, a purpose bigger than fear. The world is full of people repeating what they've heard. But leaders, they speak from what they see. That's the difference. Anyone can pass along facts. Anyone can talk about the past. But true influence comes from those who speak about the future with conviction. When you speak what you see, not just what you know, something powerful happens. Your words carry vision, and vision awakens the minds of others. People don't need more information. They need inspiration. They need someone to remind them of who they could become. But you can't do that if you only speak from memory. You must speak from imagination, from belief, from that deep part of you that knows what's possible, even if it hasn't happened yet. This is how leaders move people, not with data, but with direction, not with explanation, but with purpose. It doesn't mean you ignore truth. It means you speak truth that leads forward. You speak of potential, of growth, of a future shaped by effort, not excuses. That kind of speech comes from a clear mind and a strong heart. It's why your personal vision is everything. Because when your inner world is clear, your outer message becomes powerful. You begin to say things that spark fire in people's hearts. You begin to challenge, uplift, and guide without needing permission. And the best part, you become the kind of person others trust. Because your words are not borrowed, they're birthed from your belief. Speak like someone who has seen something real. Speak like someone who's walked the future in their mind. Because when you do, you help others see too. And that, right there, is leadership. Sharing it is something else entirely. It takes courage to speak your truth, to stand in front of doubt, judgment, and criticism, and still say, this is what I believe. Many people keep their ideas locked away. They fear being misunderstood or rejected.
They worry their vision isn't perfect yet.
So they stay silent. But silence kills dreams faster than failure ever will, because ideas need air. They need to be heard. They need to be shared. When you speak your vision, no matter how small or incomplete, it grows stronger. You attract people who resonate with your belief. You open doors that were invisible before, and you create momentum. True leaders don't wait for the right time. They don't wait for full approval or perfect conditions. They start where they are, with what they have, and share their vision boldly. It's normal to feel fear, but fear doesn't disappear by waiting. It disappears by action. The more you speak your vision, the clearer it becomes. The more you share, the more you believe. And the more you believe, the harder it is to stop. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision that something else is more important. Your vision is more important. Your future is more important. So don't wait. Speak up. Let your vision be known. Because the world is waiting for leaders who dare to show the way. And the first step is simple. Say it out loud. Vision alone is powerful, but it is action that brings it to life. You can see your future clearly. You can speak it boldly. But until you move, it stays just a dream. Action is the bridge between imagination and reality. It turns thoughts into results, ideas into fortunes. Many people believe that if the vision is strong enough, success will just happen. But vision without action is like a car with no engine. It looks good but won't take you anywhere. The key is to start even if you don't feel ready. Take the smallest step forward, then the next, then the next. Each step is a vote of confidence in your vision. It's proof that you believe in yourself. And with every action, your mind adjusts, your doubts shrink, your confidence grows. Remember, progress is not always about giant leaps. It's about consistent, purposeful movement. Even the smallest action done daily creates momentum that can't be stopped. Your vision will face challenges. There will be setbacks. But action is what keeps the dream alive. It's easy to wait for permission, clarity, or perfect conditions. But none of those will come if you don't act first. So decide today, no matter how unclear the path may seem, to move forward, to build, to create, because success belongs to those who do, not just those who dream. Your vision is worth the effort. Your future depends on your action. Start now. Doubt is a shadow that follows every dream. It whispers, "Are you sure? What if you fail? Maybe you're not ready." But here's the truth. Doubt is normal. Even the most successful people face it. What sets them apart is how they respond. When doubt comes, the vision inside becomes your strongest weapon. Vision doesn't ignore reality. It acknowledges fear, but refuses to be controlled by it. It says, I see what's possible, not just what's probable. I know the road is hard, but I am harder. I may stumble, but I will not stop. Doubt tries to chain your mind to the past, to what hasn't worked before. Vision pulls you forward, to what could work, to what will work if you don't give up. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, remind yourself your vision is bigger than your fear. Your purpose is louder than your hesitation. This mindset rewires your brain. It shifts you from reactive to proactive, from frozen to fearless. And the more you act on your vision despite doubt, the more doubt loses its grip. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward, even when fear and doubt are present. Hold on to your vision tightly. Let it fuel your courage, and watch as doubt slowly fades into the background. Your dreams are worth every battle with fear. You were made for this. Vision alone isn't enough. It needs persistence, unyielding, relentless persistence. The path to success is never straight or smooth. There will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, there will be moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. But persistence is the fuel that keeps vision alive through the storm. Every breakthrough in history was built on a foundation of persistence. The people who changed the world didn't give up after the first failure, or the 10th, or even the 100th. They kept moving, they kept believing, because they knew the future belongs to those who refuse to stop. Persistence is not about blind stubbornness. It's about learning, adjusting, growing stronger. It's waking up every day and choosing your vision over comfort. It's deciding that failure is not a destination, but a stepping stone. When your vision is clear, persistence becomes easier. You understand that every challenge is a test of your commitment, and with each test passed, your dream moves closer to reality. Remember, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire, so don't be afraid to push through, to struggle, to fight for what you believe in, because persistence is the bridge between vision and victory. Keep going. Your future is waiting on the other side. Your vision grows stronger or weaker based on who you surround yourself with. People are mirrors. They reflect your beliefs back to you. If you spend time with dreamers and doers, your own vision gets clearer and brighter. If you surround yourself with doubt and negativity, your vision starts to fade. Successful people know this secret well. They don't waste energy convincing skeptics. They build their circle with those who see possibilities, those who challenge them to rise higher, those who remind them why the vision matters. When you surround yourself with visionaries, you gain more than motivation. You gain perspective, new ideas, unseen opportunities. These people will push you when you want to quit. They will hold you accountable when your focus drifts. They will celebrate your wins and remind you of your purpose during losses. Your environment shapes your mindset, and mindset drives your actions. So choose wisely. Protect your vision by protecting your circle. This doesn't mean you cut off everyone who doubts you, but it does mean you prioritize those who lift you up, because you deserve a tribe that believes in your dreams as much as you do, a tribe that fuels your fire instead of putting it out. Remember, success is rarely a solo journey. It's built on connection, support, and shared vision. Surround yourself with visionaries and watch how fast your dream takes flight. Vision without communication is like a seed never planted. It's invisible, unfelt, untouched by the world. Consistent communication is the heartbeat of leadership. It's how your vision spreads, how it inspires, how it builds momentum. When you communicate your vision regularly, through words, actions, and presence, people start to believe in it too. Not because you force it, but because you embody it. Repetition isn't boring when it's authentic. It's the reminder that your dream is real, that your commitment is unwavering, that you're in this for the long haul. Every message you share is a brick laid in the foundation of trust. Every conversation is a chance to clarify your purpose. Every word is an invitation for others to join your journey. Consistency builds confidence in yourself, in your team, in your vision, It silences doubt and cuts through distractions. This is why leaders don't speak once and disappear. They show up again and again. They speak their truth with conviction, day after day. Because communication is not a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. So commit to sharing your vision consistently. Let it echo in your words and actions. Let it inspire others to believe, not just in you, but in what you're building together. When communication aligns with vision and action, unstoppable momentum begins. Your voice is powerful. Use it wisely. Use it often. Your vision is more than a dream. It's the legacy you leave behind. It's the impact you make long after today has passed. The difference that outlives your struggles, your wins, your moments of doubt. Every great leader, every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They built a vision so powerful that it became bigger than themselves. Legacy isn't about fame or fortune. It's about influence, about inspiring others to believe, to create, to rise. What you choose to see and build today echoes into tomorrow. It shapes families, communities, and even generations. But this legacy begins with you, right now, in how clearly you see your future, in how boldly you speak it, in how persistently you act. Your vision plants seeds of hope. It lights a path for others who dare to dream. It proves that impossible is just a word, not a fact. So don't settle for small thinking. Don't shrink your ideas to fit what feels safe. Reach higher, push harder, dream louder, because the world needs your vision, and it needs your courage to build it. Remember, what you create today becomes the foundation for tomorrow's success. Your vision is your gift to the world, your story, your legacy. Make it unforgettable.